Welcome to the Open Mic, where bold stories spark big conversations. Today we're taking a fascinating deep dive into a truly inspiring story that unfolded in China. It's about 7 incredible best friends, all women, who, over 2 decades ago, had this seemingly lighthearted conversation about growing old together, and then, remarkably, actually made that dream a reality by building a shared retirement home.
It's pretty incredible. And what's particularly compelling about this story, I think, for you listening, is how it challenges our assumptions about long-term friendships.
Totally.
And the feasibility of these shared life visions. We all have those bonds, those dreams with friends, right?
Absolutely.
But the path to making them tangible, especially over decades, well, it's rarely straightforward.
It's usually just talk, isn't it?
Exactly. So this deep dive offers a unique lens into how one group not only sustained that vision, but actively engineered its realization.
So how did it all begin? I mean, where did the idea actually come from?
Well, it started, apparently, like many great ideas do, with just a casual chat. Back in 2008, these 7 friends who'd met through work were just, talking about the future.
Right.
And the idea of living together once they retired came up. Kind of joking, maybe.
Yeah, the kind of conversation lots of us have, imagining that fun shared future. But what makes this story different is that this initial spark, it didn't just fade away.
Precisely. Those initial what-ifs often stay in that realm of, pleasant fantasy. What's intriguing here is the catalyst. What propelled it from just an idea to a concrete plan.
So what was it?
Well, several years later, it seems the turning point was finding this abandoned building for sale.
Oh, okay.
In the suburbs of Guangzhou in Guangdong province. That discovery seems to have been pivotal.
Right, it gave them something real to focus on.
Exactly. It offered a tangible opportunity to explore their long-held idea in a, real-world context.
So let's picture this. They find this building. What was it like?
It was a 3-story red brick building, described as being pretty rundown.
Okay, so needing work, a lot of work probably.
Definitely. But the location itself, that had immense appeal.
Where was it exactly?
Situated in the countryside near Guangzhou, right on the banks of the Pearl River.
Oh, wow.
So it promised a much slower pace of life, beautiful, peaceful views.
Yeah, exactly the kind of thing you'd want for retirement, right? That tranquility.
Absolutely. And you have to consider why that location might have been so crucial. Moving away from the city buzz, it often signals that shift in priorities when people approach retirement. The appeal of nature, a quieter rhythm. These are powerful draws. It makes you think, what kind of setting do you envision for your ideal later years?
Good question.
Their choice likely reflects that shared desire for peace and connection with nature as they aged.
So, okay, they find this project, a big fixer-upper.
Yeah.
And they decide to go for it. Now, turning a dilapidated building into a home for 7 families, that takes serious cash.
Oh, yeah. Serious financial muscle. They managed to pool their resources, raise approximately $4 million.
Which is what in other currencies?
To give a sense of scale, that's around 463,000 pounds or 580,000 US dollars.
Wow. That's a significant investment.
It really underscores their commitment, doesn't it?
It really does.
I mean, the financial commitment alone speaks volumes. It wasn't some whimsical decision.
No way.
It involved a tangible pooling of resources, a shared belief in this long-term vision. It makes you think, what collective goals would inspire that kind of investment from a group?
So they raised the money.
Oh.
Then the hard work really began, I imagine. The renovation.
Exactly. And the transformation they achieved is truly remarkable. The building was essentially a blank canvas.
Right.
They undertook a complete renovation, gave it a fresh, modern look, bright white exterior, and incorporated these glass extensions that add a really contemporary feel.
Nice. Did they keep any of the old character?
They did, interestingly. They made a point of preserving some original architectural details, like the front columns from the red brick structure.
Oh, that's great. So a blend.
Yeah, a lovely blend of history and modernity.
And what strikes me is the intentionality behind that design. It wasn't just about making it habitable. It was crafting a space to nurture both their individual lives and their collective experience.
That's a great point. Balancing communal areas with private retreats, that's a nuanced challenge in any shared living arrangement.
For sure.
Their focus on achieving this balance suggests a deep understanding of their friendship dynamics and, their future needs.
So what's the final result like? How big is it?
It's impressive. 7,535 square feet.
Wow.
Spread across 3.5 floors.
Okay, let's walk through it mentally. The ground floor.
Yeah.
What's the setup there?
That's designed as the central hub. There's a large shared kitchen.
The heart of the home?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Specifically described as a gathering space for the girlfriends, which makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Totally. So many connections happen around the kitchen.
Absolutely. Think about the details described.
Yeah.
Black framed windows giving that visual contrast. A light, airy feel from the neutral palette, a big dining table, and a breakfast bar.
Catering for different kinds of meals.
Right. Large gatherings, informal meals, even pattern tiling adds a bit of visual interest within that minimalist design. It paints a picture of a really thoughtfully designed space for connection.
And wasn't there something about a special glass room?
Oh, yeah. This extraordinary glass box extension. They call it a Zen space.
A tea room.
A tea room overlooking the surrounding paddy fields. The description is almost poetic.
Tell me more.
Breathtaking panoramic views, a serene bamboo ceiling, soft cushions scattered on the floor,
Sounds amazing.
and a unique chandelier with a light fabric creating this tranquil ambiance. It sounds like the perfect sanctuary to just relax and soak in the view.
That dedicated Zen space is particularly insightful, isn't it? It really is. It goes beyond just function. It highlights their commitment to well-being, to shared experiences centered around tranquility and appreciating their surroundings. Deliberately designing it to maximize those views reinforces their connection to the peaceful countryside they chose.
Okay, so the ground floor is about togetherness. What about upstairs?
The upper floors are dedicated to private living.
Ah, right, individual spaces.
Exactly. Each bedroom is designed more like a self-contained suite.
Oh, interesting.
So not just a place to sleep, but also a seating area, even a dining table.
Really? So you could properly retreat.
Precisely. It allows individuals or smaller family units to have their own comfortable space to relax, even entertain privately, while still being part of the bigger household.
And the views continue up there too.
Oh yeah, those stunning countryside views are a feature on those levels as well.
That clear split between communal and private, that seems crucial for making something like this work long term.
Absolutely critical. It respects the individual need for solitude and personal space within that shared life context. And including entertaining spaces within the private rooms also suggests they thought about how their existing families will integrate into this model.
What about the overall style inside? The decor?
It sounds really elegant, comfortable, described as minimalist, so not cluttered,
Okay.
but with carefully chosen furniture and decorative items sourced from places like India and Morocco.
Oh, nice touches.
Yeah, think colorful floor mats, distinctive bedside tables.
Yeah.
So while it has that modern feel, there are these personal touches adding warmth and character.
It sounds like they thought of everything. Even the bathrooms.
Even the bathrooms. Designed with privacy in mind, cleverly positioned windows offering views without compromising seclusion.
That level of detail is incredible.
It really elevates it from just shared accommodation to a genuine collective home, doesn't it? Incorporating unique, hand-picked items speaks to that personal investment, blending individual styles into a cohesive whole. And private views from the bathroom. It's a subtle luxury, but it underscores the consideration put into every aspect.
And their vision didn't stop at the house itself, right? There are outdoor spaces too.
Yes, absolutely. They've created these wonderful outdoor areas as well. There's an outdoor tea pavilion. Accessible via this raised bamboo bridge stretching over the paddy field.
Wow, that sounds picturesque.
Described as a calming escape. You can just picture them enjoying tea, conversation, surrounded by nature.
Yeah.
Apparently, they celebrated last year's Mid-Autumn Festival there under the full moon.
Oh, lovely. That's a really important festival, isn't it?
It is a significant cultural celebration focused on family gatherings, appreciating the moon. So celebrating it there really illustrates how they envision their future traditions and shared moments.
That's beautiful. Any other outdoor bits?
And if that wasn't enough, they also have a thriving rooftop space.
A garden.
Filled with greenery, yeah. Providing yet another peaceful retreat for anyone seeking a bit of quiet time.
It really sounds like they've anticipated a whole range of needs and desires within this shared living environment.
Absolutely. It's about creating a multifaceted environment, supporting both collective well-being and individual needs for connection and solitude. The rooftop garden adds another layer to their interaction with nature.
So let's talk practicalities. What's the long-term plan here? Are they all living there now?
Not full-time, no. Currently, all 7 friends live separately with their own families.
Okay.
The idea is that they use this incredible house as a gathering point during festive seasons. You know, big communal meals, shared joy,
Like a holiday home almost.
Sort of, but more like a practice run is how it's framed.
Ah, smart.
Yeah, practice run for their eventual permanent move-in, which they plan to do after their children have grown up.
That phased approach seems incredibly smart. Practical.
Definitely. It lets them gradually integrate this shared living into their existing family structures.
Yeah.
Identify any potential challenges, adjustments needed, and just strengthen their bonds through shared experiences in the actual space.
Very forward-thinking.
It really is.
And I read something about skills. They're all learning things.
Yes. This part is fantastic. To ensure everyone contributes to their shared lives and retirement, they've all committed to mastering a different skill.
Like what?
We're talking cooking, practicing traditional Chinese medicine, growing vegetables, even learning to play the piano.
That's amazing. What a sense of shared contribution.
Isn't it wonderful? It speaks to this deep sense of community and shared purpose that goes beyond just living in the same building.
Yeah.
By each contributing a unique skill, they're not just ensuring practical needs are met, but they're enriching their collective lives with diverse talents and activities. It fosters ongoing engagement, mutual support.
It really paints a picture. There was a quote from one of them, wasn't there? Jindu.
Yes, a really powerful quote from a short documentary about their project.
She said, many people have said that they want to buy a house to live together with their friends.
Right.
But how many people actually did that? This is the most meaningful thing I have done in a long time.
Wow. That hits home.
It really encapsulates the significance of what they've achieved, doesn't it?
It does.
It highlights how common the dream is, but how rare it is to actually make it happen. So many of us have similar ideas, right? Shared futures with friends.
All the time.
But the practicalities, the long-term commitment, they often become huge hurdles. Their success in overcoming those challenges is genuinely inspiring. It's a powerful example of what's possible with a shared vision and, frankly, sheer dedication.
So looking ahead, when they finally move in full-time, what's the vision?
They envision a life filled with barbecues in the fields,
Nice.
singing together, collecting fresh food from the local village.
Sounds idyllic.
And, of course, they've got all those amazing amenities waiting, the swimming pool, that tranquil tea pavilion, the sociable living spaces. It really paints a picture of a fulfilling, joyful later chapter.
Yeah, it really does.
So when you, our listener, consider this remarkable story, what aspects resonate most deeply with your own ideas about home, friendship, the future? This isn't just about an impressive building project. It's about the power of shared dreams, the enduring strength of friendship,
Absolutely.
and proactively creating a supportive, joyful environment for your later years. It prompts us to consider not just where we might live, but how we want to live and who we want to share that journey with.
It certainly makes you think about the true meaning of a forever home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is it just the bricks and mortar? Or is it fundamentally tied up with the people we choose to share our lives with?
Exactly. This story beautifully illustrates that profound connection between those two elements.
It really does.
And it serves as a compelling reminder, I think, of the potential for us to actively shape our futures.
Yeah.
To invest in the relationships that bring us the most meaning and joy.
Yeah.
This wasn't spontaneous. It was a testament to years of shared values, open communication, and just unwavering commitment to that shared vision.
Truly inspiring stuff.
Absolutely.
And that's a wrap for today.
Great deep dive.
Thanks for tuning in to The Open Mic. We'd love to hear what you thought about this story. Share your thoughts with us at theopenmicpodcasts@gmail.com.